Here we go. Video's on. So my local butcher, where I like their meat, I've never seen a chuck roast. It's so beautiful. This one was a 4 and a third pound, $6.50 a pound, I think. But it was $30. Now, Mike and I do not eat 4-pound roast. That's a big roast. Look at that, shoulder to shoulder. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cut it up. So I have just some regular knife that it's an old knife, so I'm not too sure I'll use it. Now this one is a really nice sturdy knife, and the handle is really good. But then I found that I still had a Cutco fillet knife, so I might end up using him. I have a bowl. I have freezer bags, and I'm gonna write on them because these are gonna go in the freezer. So, oh, I'm gonna need the scale out too to weigh them to see what's going on. So I'll need that out. It's over there with a piece of plastic on top of it.
Piece of plastic with.
On top of the.
Oh, that. No. You mean.
I need the scale.
Oh, scale.
With a piece of plastic put on top of it.
Scale.
So I'm writing out what I'm doing. And I'm going to put clear water meats. Because, who knows, I might be able to do this with somebody else's. Okay, so I've got that. Put that in my pocket. I have these all opened up, ready to go. I'll need the scale, and then I need a piece of plastic wrap.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Just to cover the scale. Hey, look. I'll even take my knife. Watch this. Coming in.
Okay. Is that good?
Yep.
Hey, it'll stay there. Let me know when you need it.
I need it. Get it off the ceiling.
I like it. Oh, oh, oh.
So I'm going to scoot this over here. I'm going to put that scale right there.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay.
So now the scale is covered. And I have my bags out here. And I have this. There's going to be some blood.
Oh, no. I don't want any blood. I don't want any.
No blood for Mikey.
No.
So we'll put it in that bag there. Okay, so. Now, you know, you see a lot of people on TV. This knife has not been used very often because we used it when we were fishing all the time. So it's really sharp. And this one here is pretty good sharp. This guy here has got a lot of nicks in him. And that's who I'm going to open this up with. Because I am not going to open it up from anybody else. So I want to make sure what I got here. Oh, 4.5 pounds. Yeah.
Doesn't say.
4.3. You know, you got to count for all the.
Yeah.
Man, that blood is going to drain. Alrighty. So, what I've really thought was fascinating, the reason I went to Clearwater Meats when they showed me what they were doing, is that they put these little, I don't know, sock on it, I guess you'd call it. I thought that was pretty intriguing. Now, I love chuck roast. Love it. So, 4.5 pounds, and this one's got a lot of fat on it. And I'm going to leave this on it. These guys trim this up really nice, as you can see. So I'm not going to really, I like the fat. Fat is flavor. That's got a big chunk of fat. That's got a big chunk of fat. So, cut right through that puppy. Nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Wakey, wakey. No, you're gonna get... Oh. You know, it's always the operator's fault. So this is 1.12 pounds. And this one is 2.7. Yeah.
Wait.
Check that out.
How about that?
Yeah. Add a little bit more flavor to our chili today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's a chuck roast.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 1/4. And this one is 1 1/12. Alright, so going into the freezer bag. And going into the freezer bag. This is just some leftover meat that I'm going to salt up. Chuck roast. It's got plenty of fat on it. Hey, I'll be able to put it together with some of my tortillas. Alright. So, this one was the 2-pounder. And this one was a 1-pounder.
How about that?
Ain't that nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's.
That was the chuck roast.
Yeah.
And now this. Wipe that all off. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Because this here's the big whammer jammer that I got. And I got it from Clearwater Meat, so this is their Angus, black Angus, USDA Prime Brisket. And this puppy weighs 11.4 pounds. Got it for $5 a pound. And I'm going to lay it on this towel to cut off the paper wrap. I watched a video today, they even showed you how to cut the wrap off. I thought, well, who takes their knife and cuts downward on your meat to cut the wrap off? Yeah. And I thought, well, there are some uneducated people in the world. Now, pull this down. I've never done a whole brisket.
No.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You can have the paper, but be careful. It's got a lot of blood in it.
Okay. Right.
Okay, and just take it over to the sink. There you go. Just gonna lay him down there.
You just turn it upside down?
Yeah, just put it in the sink. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
Alright. Look at that. This is a monster. Now, could you take my towel? It's all bloody out underneath me. I got the juices.
You betcha.
Yep. Alright. Now, supposedly there's 2 ends to this pad puppy. I think they called this end the flat end. Just put it in the sink. We'll take care of it. And then this is some other kind of cut. Flat end in the boat? I don't know. But just look at all this fat. We are going to cut some fat off.
This thing's getting lazy.
Yep. And they said you can cook this down and make tallow out of it, which I've always wanted to do, so I'm excited about that. Now, whenever you got this knife, you shouldn't be cutting at yourself unless you are aware of what your knife is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. My hand's getting slippery.
Yeah. And that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's why I'm cutting away from myself.
Yeah, yeah.
That is some fat right there. But
Too.
flavor equals fat. So I'm going to cut off of that side. Woo! Look at that puppy.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Uh-huh.
If your knives are dull, this will definitely be a real pistol to do. I think I need to move this away for right now.
This? Mean?
No, I just moved what I wanted to move.
Okay.
Because I like fat. So I don't really want to Now, they said that you really got to take the fat off in order to see. This is not like filleting a big old salmon. There we go. Don't overwork it. And luckily for us, we have that meat grinder attachment
Yeah.
on the KitchenAid. We can grind all this up. So, they were saying that the reason they cut the brisket apart is because this side goes this way, and I think that one goes that way. The pieces of meat.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you cut it the wrong way, I think that knife is dull. Oh yeah. If you cut it the wrong way, it's tough, you know. Man.
That's a lot of fat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's good. Because like they said, you can grind some of that up where I cut the meat off with it. But you can cook it down and make tallow oil that you can cook in it. So, here's this part going this way. And here's this part going this way.
Huh.
So, that's good. Okay, so now they're supposed to be something. So this goes this way, and this goes this way. So this is all one piece. So come here, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling it.
Yeah.
I think this is the spot. And hey, if I screw it all up, it's just going to get ground up into hamburger.
Well, one way or the other.
Yeah. Maybe I was supposed to cut down further.
Is all this fat?
No.
Oh.
Trying to look at how the meat. See, it's still going that way. So I think I should have. There's that fat line. Okay. Going this way, it's going this way. It's going this way. This is the flat, it's going this way. But that's still going that way. I think that's correct. That's the flat. Oh, and then something about silver skin. You don't want the silver skin? Yeah, I got a feeling this knife is dull. Okay. There's a lot of fat on here. I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, because if I was cooking this, I would cook it with the fat side up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Now, here's what's really intriguing about this, is it's just you and me. Usually with eating.
Yeah.
And this is too big of a piece of meat for us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you see everybody talk about smoking it and competition and all this. Well, you know, 2 people can eat a brisket too. It's a cost-effective way of doing it. I spent, what, $50, $57 on it? And I'm going to make a lot of food out of it. But what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to cut this up. I mean, I'm not cutting it up. I'm going to, like, figure out, like, this way. That would be...
With the grain or against the grain?
Well, I'm going to, like, cut it in pieces, chunks.
Okay.
So that we eat chunks of it.
Okay.
Not the whole thing. Some people would say, oh, it's sacrilegious. No, it's not. People need to learn how to do their own cut. Was I perfect on this? By no means was I perfect. I want any more coffee. I was not a perfect cutter on this. I was not. For me, I was fine. I like fat. So I could cut this in 1, 2. I could cut this in thirds. All right. There's 1. And there's a third. Look. That's perfect for us. Now I want to wash my hands. Oh, you got hair again. Oh, and what y'all don't see is all this meat I got to do something with. I am pretty excited.
Yeah.
That I've done this.
Yeah.
So this is a brisket. Flat. 1 of 3. April 24, Clearwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, because look at that. That's a nice piece of meat. Now, what do we got here?
Where? Where, baby? Where?
We have fat. Well, that was some excitement, wasn't it?
Yeah. I could tell.
This would make great hamburger.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's hamburger. There's the fat. Hamburger. 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 And then here is the other part of the brisket. You know,
Maybe.
I might just try cooking this. Lay that out. Look at that. This is all fat. That's nice. What that is. Definitely hamburger. Hamburger. And then this is all of my fat trimmings. Alright, we got another roast here, and this is going to be hamburger. I'm not sure what that was. Okay. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so we would just cook all this fat down. Yeah. And we'll get beef tallow out of it, which is beef fat.
I think all of it's dried out.
Yeah. And then this is going to be all hamburger. Grind that. So I have in here
No, I should just bring them in and put them in the.
2 pounds of beef fat. I have a pencil right here.
Yeah. How about that?
Beef fat. 2 pounds. Okay?
Might as well just bring this stuff in here, put it in the washer.
Okay. Two pounds. Hamburger grind. And I think what I'll do is I'll put some beef chunks, beef stew with this, because this got a lot of fat in it. And then this one here is, I think we're just going to cook him tomorrow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to cook this one tomorrow. I think they called this the point. I'm not sure. There's too many names. Salt this puppy up. Now, some of y'all are thinking, oh my gosh, that's just way too much salt. Trust me, it's really not. This in the refrigerator. I got these 2 bags that goes out in the freezer, but we'll stick them in the fridge. And then the one thing that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with, I have to find a recipe, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go for tacos. Flat iron steak. Just a little over a pound. $15. So, therein lies my time in the kitchen today. I did have some tortillas, and I cut up the chuck roast, and I cut up the beef brisket, which I've never cut up a beef brisket. I must say, I'm pretty impressed with what I did. Now we'll see how it turns out when I go to cook it. I think tomorrow we'll cook that beef brisket. I think it's called the Point. So all I did was salted it and put it in the freezer or refrigerator. So anyways, I'll let you know what happens when I cook it. Recording. I think that
Booyah.
okay, got my Instant Pot on. I'm sauteing this. I let it sit with salt. This is my point end of my brisket. Got some olive oil down in there. We'll get that sauteed. I'll flip it over. And then I'm going to put it on slow cook. So, having that brisket, I forget how many I had. I had quite a bit. I had a freezer bag full of fat to render down. And I had a freezer bag full of other stuff to make a hamburger out of. Which I will add some beef stew meat that I have out in the freezer when I go to do that. Anyways, this is the first part. We'll get this all going. And then I'm going to add some onion, dried onions. And I'm going to add some tomatoes that are getting kind of wilted and dried up. So they'll replenish themselves. So then it'll be slow cooking with onions, tomatoes, and debating whether I'm going to put carrots in it or peppers. I think I have peppers that need to be used up. Well, I have to use all these peppers. About 3. That would do 5 red. So we made tortillas yesterday, and I got some beans out of the freezer. So when this is all said and done, I'm hoping, I read somewhere where I can shred this. So I'm hoping that that works out good. And then we will do meat. I'm going to season up the beans. Ooh, I was going to barbecue those beans, wasn't I? Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
How about putting Italian seasoning in it? Yeah, what the heck.
Do they explode?
The tomatoes?
Yeah.
Well, in the slow cooker, they should really cook way down to where they're smushed. Because otherwise, they explode on us. Okay, so see what's got that slow cooking. It's sauteing on right now, but I'm getting ready to turn the saute off and put the slow cooker on. So where is my eyeballs? Because I don't have my glasses on today. Oh, maybe I should put some liquid in here.
Yeah, maybe. Huh.
Still recording?
Sure. I guess, aren't you?
My liquid of choice. Okay. Now we're going to slow cook. So where's the slow cooker?
Let's see. Soup,
Should be this third one.
broth,
So,
slow cooking.
oh, that's what I want.
Okay.
Okay, 4 hours.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if, I shut it up because I don't know anything. I don't do slow cooking in here. So, y'all see when we see. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, break time. There we go. So, this is the point end of that brisket I cut up. And I put this, it's like three hours in the crock pot portion of this Instapot, but I wasn't crazy about how it was not shredding. Look at that. So then I turned it on for half hour in the Instapot section, pressure cooking. Delicious. Can't wait to eat. Deconstructed brisket plate. We got the coleslaw, we got the brisket, we got the baked beans. Oh, I can hardly wait to do another brisket. I'm not afraid of them anymore. This is meal number 2 with our beef brisket. This was the point that we cooked up in the Instapot. We had some barbecue beans that now I mixed up with some more seasoning and some rice that we already had cooked in the freezer. We have our tortillas that we made. I have some mushrooms as usual. And I have some of my homemade taco sauce. And we are ready to eat. Oh, you have to add in some sour cream and some cheese. And we're good. Bon appetit.